Hello, my happy family. It's been a while, y'all, since I did a video. Chef Jeffrey here, Jeffrey Williams, Jeff W. Williams. Call me whatever you want, just don't call me late for dinner. Hey, y'all, it is almost midsummer. It is June. Hopefully I can get this up before July. I want to start working on y'all finances. Now, let me put this disclaimer out there. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a CPA and nothing like that. I have great CPA that works for me. I happen to used to work for some of the most wealthiest people in not only Houston, but in the United States. I learned a lot, y'all, by just listening. But not listening to broke people, unsuccessful people, people that know what they talk. I learned by just sitting around listening to people who was financially independent. Not always rich, but financially independent. Chef Jeffrey, what do you mean financially independent? Well, you don't have to be living paycheck to paycheck. Also, when you retire, you don't have to be depending on the United States government thing called Social Security, which I always say, they don't give you enough to live on, they only give you enough to die on. Now, I'm going to put in layman terms how you can start. Preferably, I started when I was 20 years old. I had parents that instilled a lot of financial responsibility, how to be very frugal, responsible. What's the word I'm looking for? Not to waste money. I was taught that and how to save for a rainy day or for the future. And I'm blessed that they did that. Now I'm living a life where I'm financially independent. Not rich, but I can do what I want and I can put my bills on auto pay and don't have to worry about the money not being there. And I'm retired at 52 years old, y'all. And knock on wood, like I say, everybody's a bad medical report away from being bankrupt and broke, but knock on wood and praying to God that I never have to work again for anybody. With that being said, I'm going to teach y'all or advise y'all or give you some tips here how to save till when you get 65, 75, 80 years old. You're not struggling, or like a lot of elderly people say, on a fixed income. You can be your own fixed income. It's very simple, y'all. And I'm gonna put it as simple as you can, and I will challenge anybody in the comments, anybody in person, you walk up to me that you cannot do this. I'm gonna start at the lowest that you can get and tell you how much you can have at a certain age. I'm gonna put it at 25 years old. I'm not gonna put it at 20 where I start. I'm gonna make it easy on you. 25 years old. If you take $25 a week out of your check, out of whatever, if you get paid every 2 weeks, take $50 out. If you get paid once a month, take $100 out. $100 a month, y'all. Just put it in a, this is where I want you to start. I should have did this video in January, but we'll go all the way back to till next June 2026. I want you to take, starting today, or you can start in July. We'll start in July, y'all. We're going to go through this for the whole year to next July. I want you to take $25 a week. That's $50 every 2 weeks, $100 a month. Just put it in a savings account. Just put it in a little savings account right there and just let it sit there. You got to be diligent. You got to be a steward of this, y'all. And I challenge anybody to tell me that they can't save $25 a week. I can follow you around the whole week and I can tell you how much you wasting $25 on going to Chick-fil-A, going to Starbucks, going to the buying beer, cigarettes, or whatever. Those are not essential items. Those are called luxury items. Cut them luxury items out. $25 out of your luxury item. That's not stuff you need. You don't have to go to Chick-fil-A. You don't have to go to Starbucks. You can eat at home. You don't need to be smoking. You don't have to be smoking cigarettes. You don't have to be drinking alcohol. Regular food and water. That's all you need. Hey, you get with me. I'll make it. I was taught the same way. Okay. We got that $100 a month. We're going to go a whole year. That's $1,200. $1,200 by next July should be in your account. Do not touch it. Do not mess with it. Put it in a savings account. Just let it sit. Don't put it in your checking account because you're going to spend it. Put it in a savings account. Let it sit there. We're going to let it sit there 1 year. We're not going to grow in a savings account. Savings account, you get about a 0.5% interest on savings. You don't grow money like that. You don't expand money like that. Now, we're going to take that $1,200. If you want to put more, that's even better. I'm going to tell you later on why. If you want to put $200 a month, you can afford that, $2,400 a year. Hey, that's even better. Now, in layman terms, we're going to take this $1,200. We're going to go to an investor. A lot of people scared of the market. Oh, the market isn't. The market goes like this, y'all. It goes down, but it's steadily going up. I'm telling you something I know. It's going to dip down someday. You're going to panic a couple of weeks. Then it's going to just rise up, rise up. I'm telling you. The people been in the market know what I'm saying. I want you to go to someone. I'm with Fidelity. That's my investor. You got Charles Schwab. You got other investing companies out there. If you want to know one, I'll put some links in the description of the video that will kindly give you some kind of information with reputable investment companies. Not nobody fly by night. Get some reputable investment companies that been around. I'm with Fidelity. I'll tell you who I'm with. I'm with Fidelity Investments. Been with them for 30-something years. To me, they the best. That's just my preference. Take that 12. Don't take the 1,200. You can transfer it out. They'll explain all this. Tell them you want to, and just tell them this simple thing, and then they'll walk you through all the fancy words and stuff. You want to invest that $1,200 into some mutual funds. What are mutual funds, Chef Jeffrey? Mutual funds, let me use this for an example. Mutual funds is something like this. Let me show you. This is mutual funds. Favorite example. This is mutual funds right here. I got some creme bouquet here. We're going to invest in that. We're not going to put all our money in creme bouquet. We're going to put some money in elderberry jelly. We're going to put money in barbecue sauce. We're going to put money in chow chow. We're going to put money in honey. We're going to invest all our money in all these. So if this go bad or go down, it doesn't take all your funds away. This go down, you see what I'm saying? You don't want to put all your money in one basket. So that's what, layman term, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Like you might have Exxon, Home Depot, AT&T, Microsoft, Frito-Lay, Coca-Cola. You might have 10 different mutual funds in there. Tell them you want some long-term, with a long-term track record. Meaning they didn't fly by night, started yesterday. Now, you could have the hit and miss on those too. I wish I had invested in, Microsoft 20 years ago, or these certain companies that's kind of blew up right now. But I don't like taking risks like that. But you want to invest in some mutual funds that have a long track record, low risk. You want to start at low risk. Depending on your age, your financial advisor will tell you, if you're 25 years old, you can risk, you can be on a higher risk level, because if you lose a certain amount of money, you got time to build it back up. But if you're 55, 60, 70 years old, your risk level should drop. And your financial guy, he's going to tell you this. He's going to tell you all of this. It's going to be low. The majority of mutual funds investment, like I told you, savings have about a half, maybe 1% return on your investment of your money, maybe. The stock market average every year from 6 to 7% interest return on your money. 1 year I had 18% return on my money about 7 years ago. I had 18% return on my money. It was like, wow. But the stock market's there, but the average stocks have 6 to 7% return on your money. It can go as high as average 12. That $1,200, now if you invest very low, only put, now if you don't invest nothing, you save $100, we'll say in 20, we'll put a 20-year thing on that. We'll say 25 to 65. Most people want to retire. We'll say 25 to 65, that's 40 years. We'll do 20 years, 25 to 45. We want you to retire early. If you put that in a savings, $1,200 a year in 40 years, what is that? $24,000? Take a give or take. But if you invest in the stock market and invest it like that, it'll be $42,000 to $50,000. That's minimum, y'all. If you go 40 years, you'll have about 125,000, 130,000. Now, that's minimum when you get 65. Now, if you go to the next level, invest more, because this is going to start rolling up, y'all. And all that money that's rolling up is going to be more and more invested. So instead of investing $1,200, you're going to be investing $2,400. When that $4,200, it's going to be a snowball. When you get 65 years old, if you invest, this is minimum. If you invest, you ask any investor what I'm saying. If you take that $100 a month, 20 years, y'all, you invest a little bit more and a little bit more. For 20 years, you'll have $250,000. You'll have $250,000 in there, easily. Just by contributing $1,200 a year to an investment, mutual funds with a long track record, $250,000. Do the math. If you invest more, you make more. If you got a little bit of extra change, put it in there. Say if you invest, you do the math. What if you invest in $2,400 a year? Now the government has a cap on it. For me, they do this because they don't want people to use it. Number one, as a what's the word I'm thinking? Money shelter. But I also think they don't want people to gain wealth. They want people to be dependent on Social Security. I'm capped out at $8,500 a year at my age. Some, depending on your age, it might be $7,500. You can't contribute no more than that a year. That's government rules. The reason is because they don't, I tell people this all the time, most people, other people tell you, the government don't want you to start making all this money. They do not want that. That's why they cap it. You can only contribute. You can't contribute $20,000 a year into the stock market yourself. Now you can grow that much, but you can't manually just put it in the air yourself a year. They won't allow it. That's a government restriction, and that's why. But I'm just going to keep it simple, and I'm going to come back with you every month, and maybe every 2 months. If you got any questions, put it in the comments or email me. That's why I'm making it simple and easy for y'all. 20 people, if I make it like this, people say, oh, I can't say. Yes, you can. You waste $25 a week. Write your budget. I have a budget anyway where I spend money in there. I'm that geek, nerdy guy. How much you waste a month on frivolous stuff? A week. A hamburger, you go out and eat a hamburger, Whataburger, whatever, that's $12, $13 right there for a meal. A hamburger, fries, and a Coke, almost $12, $13. That's half of $25 right there. You go to Whataburger a couple of days a week, that's $25 gone right there. Cut that Whataburger out. I'm telling you, people say that's why it's so frustrating to me when people get older and they're, oh, I ain't got no money, and then they're hating on other people that did the right thing and was good stewards of their finances, and they hating on them. Why you hating on somebody that's good stewards of their finances, and then you got your hand out? And they want you to feel sorry for them. Oh, I'm low income. Why? This person did the right thing, and you made the wrong decision. This person made the right decision. And that's one thing I'm very adamant about, and it really irritates me sometimes. The news and media and even the politicians and the government, they look down on people with wealth. Oh, those big rich people or those rich people. How did they gain wealth? Maybe they put in the work. You know, only 10% of these millionaires are was handed down. Majority of millionaires in this country are self-made. They did what it takes to gain wealth. A lot of people don't realize that. A lot of these people, you need to, I love reading all the biographies of books on how people got successful, things they went to, the sacrifices they made, and things they did without to make it. But a lot of people don't see that. They see the end result, but they don't see what those people went through. I get hated on all the time. Well, Chef Dippy, how you got this and why you got this? You don't know. I used to work from can't see to can't see. I used to go to work at 5:30 in the morning, come home at 10 o'clock at night, get up and do the same thing. I used to work 6 days a week. I was only off on Mondays. Worked every holiday, weekends. I did it, and I was saving along the way so I could, like I tell people, I live like no one else, so now I can live like no one else. It's going to be a sacrifice. It's not going to be easy to get to that lamp because you're going to have to make some changes in your life. And like I said, you're not too old. You're 45. You got 45 to 65. That's 20 years. What is that, $250,000? Don't tell me you can't do it. I'm a living witness. You can do it. And I know other people doing it, balling bigger than me. I know a guy that's putting $500 a month, y'all. $500 a month. And another thing, as you make more at your job, contribute a little bit more. If you got a 401k at your job, contribute. If they matching it dollar for dollar, contribute. That's separate from your IRA. And this is going to be, I'm sorry, y'all, this is going to be an IRA, what I'm talking about. 401k is different. That's from your job. Contribute to that if you have 401k. This is an IRA. You got a regular IRA and you got a traditional IRA. So you need to go to and like I say, every investment firm will know what you're talking about. Just tell them you want to take that $1,200 and roll it into an IRA, traditional or regular, and they'll explain the difference to you. They'll go into detail because this is what they do. I'm just giving you the common thing to ask for. And tell them you want to invest in mutual funds that has a long track record. And like I say, the market, do not worry. Oh, I'm going to lose all my... No, you're not. All the stock market, turn the news off. I've been in the market for over 30 years, y'all. Almost 30 years. And the market's just like this. See my hand? See? Let's keep going up. Dips. Go up, dip like that. I'm telling you what I know. I just don't want to see people. I like to see people retire 55, 60 years old. I hate to see people having to work till they, what is it? Right now, the government said if I retire on the government's goal at 70, I can get it at 62, I can get it at 70, my chump change check, I call it, from the government, chump change check. The Social Security check they send you. Oh, when I get 62, give me my check. Also, with the IRA, you can start taking that out there without a penalty at 59 and a half. Also, and they'll explain all that too. I don't want to give you too much information to confuse you. I'll come on every 2 months and kind of give you a little bit more information. But right now, I just want y'all to start saving 20. No, anybody can do this. Everybody can do this, but they just don't want it. And a lot of people never been taught in those simple terms how to do it. I'm giving you 1 year. Next July, I'm going to come back, Lord, say the same. And we're going to talk through that. It's time to get that thing invested or whatever. You might have more. If you can put every little penny, a little bit more, but don't touch it. You got to be diligent and mature enough and have not touch it. Put it in a savings account in the bank. If you really steward, you want to put it in an envelope and save it. If you got that kind of strength and not to spend it or whatever, you have to, y'all. There's so many people in here get at the end of their life and they can't enjoy their life because they got to work because they're still struggling to pay bills. And it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't. So anyway, I just want to put that out there because people asking about that. I haven't talked on finances or whatever. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a CPA, nothing like that, but I'm telling you how I did it and how I learned from other people and what I do now and how I'm able to enjoy my life on a regular and daily basis and not be struggling financially. So anyway, like I say, knowledge is power. Once you got knowledge, nobody can take that away from you. Anyway, I love y'all. I will see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Bye.